A big welcome to the South African Rotax Max Championships Round 1 here at Idube Raceway. It's the KwaZulu-Natal Kart Club, and we are looking forward to Round 1 here of this incredible South African Championship.
That's an impressive little lockdown you've had. Tell us what you ate, because you've grown about 500 meters compared to the last time we saw you.
Yeah, it took a long time. All set up new extensions, everything. So it's a little bit different here now. Tracks gotten better. So hopefully I can not look back tomorrow and win all 3 races. All 4, sorry.
I like the confidence. There's 4 races tomorrow, and remember you can also drop 4 races as well this year with the changes in the season. Yeah. Who's your biggest competition going to come from?
Murat and Spice. I don't know his name, but yeah, Spice and Caleb Urendal.
And then if you want to keep them behind you for all 3 heat wins, or all 4 heat wins tomorrow, what's your plan?
I just got to play it smart and not look back. Sometimes block if they're like close, and I have a strategy.
So you weren't that happy with second, but you're not too far off because it's very close on the times.
Yes.
Okay, so now what's your plan to get that first man ahead of you?
Hopefully I can just pass him on the first lap, take a lead, give it a gap,
And to get a gap here is not easy with up and down.
I know.
So what are you going to do to ensure that you stay there?
Hopefully in free practice we get the setup right, everything right,
How important is that setup?
Very important, the most important thing.
Okay, and then once you got that setup right, if you get to the front, do you think you got what it takes to take 4 wins?
Yes, easy.
Confidence is there?
Very.
So you had a good lockdown?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, so we're going to spice it up a little bit now, are we?
Yes.
So this is your first time to Idube, is it?
No.
How many times have you been here in the past?
Second.
Second time?
Yes.
And you're in 3rd place on the grid at a national?
Yep.
That's pretty impressive, man. What did you do to get to this position?
I tried my best to accelerate early, brake late, and make my good times.
Okay, so you got to go maybe a little bit later on the brakes and a little bit earlier on the accelerator to get first and second, then, eh?
Yeah.
So what's your plan to do that?
Try and pass everyone on this first lap.
Keeps 4th place in the micros, very competitive class, and one of the biggest classes we got here for the weekend. What's your plans to get a little bit higher up?
I say I'm quicker at the end of the race compared to them. I'm just struggling a little bit up hockey stick. If I sort that corner out, then I think I'll be quickest in all race round.
Cool.
Everywhere else I'm quicker, and yeah.
So you're looking for race pace tomorrow, but it's going to come later in the race. Is that what we expected?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then if you get there, what's the plans for the championship? Are you going to look to try and take the championship this year?
Yes, I definitely will. I'll push my hardest, but I don't know.
See what happens?
Yes.
Who's your competition coming from?
No one really, but really the top 3 ahead of me, Reese, Murat and Riagile. That's really who, and maybe Udendal.
Okay, so you think you got the confidence for tomorrow? What's your chances of 4 wins?
80%.
Lovely, I like that. Good job.
Steve. It looks like it's a good start there from the man out front, Keegan Beaumont and Caleb Odendahl going side by side out of turn 1. Let's see if they can keep it all together now as they go through Corkscrew and down into Thunderdome for the first time. It makes it a bit more difficult to swat these guys from this distance, but we'll try and give you as best we can as they head up to the top of the hill now for the very first time. Keegan Beaumont, Odendahl, Mohammed Murat and Reese Curzon. Reese took the first victory, remember, and it looks like it's Keegan Beaumont who leads things out, heading down towards the funnel corner for the first time. Mohammed Murat was 2nd and Keegan Beaumont was 3rd in the first heat. Caleb coming through there to beat out Travis Minge, and unfortunately Spice all the way down in 10th place. So that's why Ria Giles had to work right from the back of the field and have to do a lot of work now to try and get to the front if he can. Coming through to complete the first lap in anger now. Let's have a look and see as they cross the line and see who's going to have what it takes here as they come through. Beaumont, Murat, Curzon, Mabunda, and Caleb Oudendal. Yazir Khan and Ride Purin ahead of Jordan Wadley, and Riachile up to 9th place already for him, ahead of Josh Smith as they complete that first lap in anger. Remember, it's a 12-lapper here for the micros, and it's Keegan Beaumont who is the man to beat at this point. Coming through to complete lap number 2 now. Still Beaumont out front, has not been better just yet, but he's been closed down big time by Murat. Keegan Beaumont and Curzon changing things up here with Murat starting to close things down. Mabunda in 4th ahead of Oudendal. It's Purin and Wadley and Khan with Malula making his way up into 9th. So into single digits now for Spice at the back. So let's see if we can keep it all together now. Coming up onto the back, and there we go. We got picture back again. So there we go, up over pipeline once again now for the incredible Micromax category. First 5 carts very evenly matched, as you can see, and only 1.1 second difference between those first 5. 6th place, Ride Purin. Oh, whoa, big touch. Big touch, and 671. Keegan Beaumont gets sent down to 4th place, as there's a big touch there between Rhys Curzon and Beaumont. Let's see whether or not there's going to be a change up in the positions according to the timing monitors across the line. It should be. It is indeed. It's Murat that now leads out ahead of Mabunda. Beaumont and Curzon dropping down to 3 and 4. So they didn't lose too much ground, fortunately, after that little touch. And now as they come across and into Thunderdome, you can see these Micromax carts absolutely flat and onto the curbs on the outside. Rhys Curzon now trying to make up that ground. But on his tail will be Ride Purin and Jordan Wadley. Here we go, looking for a chance on the inside, and Beaumont goes through. Oh! Some action down into the final corner again, and Beaumont is in the thick of it again. So Keegan Beaumont coming together there, and I think into you saw Mabunda got sent by the wayside. Yes, he did. Mabunda drops back down into about 4th place there, or 5th place even. Non-stop action here between these guys. We've got a pack of 3 carts leading. We've got a second pack of probably 10 carts in it there. And here comes Spice. Riachile forcing his way through. He makes his way up into 5th place there by the looks of things, forcing, I think it was Caleb Oudendal onto the outside. But some incredible action here in Micromax. Top 3 go through. Here's the 4th place battle. And it's the 7-6 cart there diving through and making up ground again. Murat, Beaumont and Curzon, first 3. Oudendal looks like he's made his way up into 4th place, leading the second pack of drivers now. 7-1 of Beaumont getting a little bit squirrely out of the second part of pipeline now. He goes on the inside. Oh! Beaumont runs wide, opens up the door. Didn't quite make it stick, but he's going side by side and round the outside of Rhys Curzon. That is some superb driving skills there. Recovering from a mistake out of hockey stick and getting it across the line. So Murat from Beaumont and Curzon, top 3. Oudendal and Wadley. And then Riachile is up into incredibly 6th place. He started down in 12th place. He's made up 6 positions now in the space of 5 laps. Long climb, and this time out Murat looking over the shoulder just to make sure what the gap is between himself and Rhys Curzon. Curzon with a hard charging Beaumont on his tail. Change up for the lead. Can he make it stick though? Dives into funnel, gets the drive up the hill and secures the lead. It's Curzon out front. Rhys Curzon hits the front now. Looking back over his shoulder, Caleb Oudendal. And Oudendal's in there as well with Beaumont now, looking for a chance to maybe get 1 place up higher. 6 down, 6 to go. Make that 7 down, 5 to go as they come across the line. 6-7-5, Caleb Oudendal looking for a way around the outside. Couldn't quite make it stick there. But Keegan Beaumont is making him drive around the outside and find the wider lines around this incredible circuit here at Idube. Undulations at this track have always been incredible to watch, and the race action certainly heats up when they go up and down the hills all day long. And this is only the second time of asking. We've got 2 more heats to go. Double yellows down into the bottom there, so possibility of a problem. And a red flag. Red flag called. Red flag has been called, unfortunately. Looks like there's an issue somewhere on the circuit. The second start of race number 2 here today. 5 to go. And into turn 1, we got flags waving, so it's a good start. Once again from Murat, who hangs on to the lead and heads down into the corkscrew for the first time in the lead. Looks like a good start coming out of Beaumont and out of Odendaal too, as they come into the thick of it, coming out of Thunderdome. 75 is Odendaal in second. And he goes into the lead. Wow, what a move there from Odendaal. Caleb Odendaal diving into the lead over the top of Pipeline and holds onto it down into Funnel. No, he doesn't. Loses out there just to the attack from the 27 there. 6:27. Mohammed Murat getting back at Caleb. The Burrell ART man in 6:71. That is Keegan Beaumont in third. Fourth place now, starting to heat up. 4, 5, and 6, in fact, getting up close and personal. And first lap of 5 completed. Nice move on the inside, and you can see just a little bit of chopping and changing happening there with the 7-9 of Spice. Spice Mailula making his way through there very nicely. Riachile came from 12th place on the race start 1. Moved up nicely into the second race start and is now up into the top 4. Closing down with 655, Reese Curzon on his tail. Curzon was leading when the red flag came out, so he'll be disappointed by sitting there in 5th place. So he'll definitely look, there you go. Curzon diving on the inside and forcing Spice into a mistake. That's allowed a chance there for Travis Mingay to have a go as well. Travis Mingay and Curzon going at it with Riachile. And Riachile now with Mabunda on his tail. So now you've got Ntiyiso Mbunda making his way to the front as well. And look how tight it is between these 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10th place make it. Very close stuff there for the second pack as the top 2 go at it out of turn 1. Odendaal looking for a chance through, but hasn't found it just yet as they came through there on Mohammed Murat. Murat, Odendaal and Beaumont, top 3 getting away, but 4 is on his own. There's no issues at all for Reese Curzon now as he opens up a small margin over the 677, and that's Travis Mingay. Travis Mingay now ahead of Riachile. Riachile being followed through there by Khan and Smith. Smith absolutely hauling, and then it's Purin and Mabunda. Very, very close action there between these guys, and this is exactly what we expected. And with only 5 laps to do it now, it's 3x3 down the hill towards the bottom end of SMD. Chopping and changing, there's a dive on the inside, and this time it is the Burrell ART man who runs wide. Odendaal tries to hang on, he goes into second. But a great dive on the inside from Keegan Beaumont. Couldn't quite make it stick though. Beaumont drops back to third. Now they've got 2 laps to go. 2 to go for these 3. Make it 4 as the 655 joins them of Reese Curzon. So up front, it is an incredible run there from Murat. Murat trying to hang on for a potential win here, but he's got 4 carts on his tail. Make it almost 5, in fact. And Murat hangs on as the 675 of Caleb Odendaal goes on his inside in the Prowlin. Can't quite make it stick, though. Then it's Beaumont. Beaumont under attack, though. Beaumont loses out to 3rd place. Yes, he does. Curzon dives through. Curzon now diving to 2nd. Oh, what a move there from Reese Curzon. Gets the good drive up the hill and makes it up into 2nd place. So from 4th to 2nd in the space of the hill. From Funnel to Pipeline. They've got a lap to go. And Curzon wants this win. He's on the back end of Mohammed Murat. Murat now in trouble. Reese Curzon, fastest man on that last pass, and definitely looking like he could have what it takes to take this victory. They come out of Thunderdome, heading up the hill now. Let's see if the slipstream effect's going to come. Oh, Curzon runs wide ever so slightly. So Reese Curzon makes a little mistake heading up towards the top end of Pipeline. Ronnie's outside. Here comes Odendaal diving through on the inside. And he loses out, unfortunately, as Travis Mingay moves up. So it's Mingay up in the top 4. Here they come. Down to Funnel. Good move there. Keegan Beaumont diving through and up into 2nd. Now trying to go around the outside. It is a great dice to the line here. 4 carts in it. Make it 5 even. Even 6th place could take a victory here. Let's see what's going to happen under braking. Murat goes defensive. Hangs onto that inside line. Oh, there's a spinner. 655 spins out. Curzon makes a mistake. Murat takes the win. Murat takes the win. What a move there from him. Beaumont in 2nd. Odendaal 3rd. And Khan. So it's Murat. taking the victory ahead of Beaumont. Beaumont with a fantastic bit of opportunistic driving to hang on there and stay out of trouble. And it's Spice up front ahead of Travis Mingay. Riachile Mailula is going to be in for a big ask here to stay at the front end as they head down towards turn 1 now. He cuts across and cuts off the nose there of Travis Mingay, who goes into second place. Behind that, they line up with Rhys Curzon leading the rest of the pack as they go down into the corkscrew for the first time. And Jordan Wadley not too far behind that. So Curzon and Wadley maintaining their positions that they were in off the line. And then behind that, Yuzia Khan and Keegan Beaumont. Beaumont are going to come through as quickly as he can. Watch out for, of course, coming from the back end, Mohammed Murat into Yiso Mabunda. And also, don't take out of the occasion Caleb Udendal, who was right at the front end after heat number 2. Remember, it was Murat from Beaumont, Udendal, Khan, and Riachile that were the top 5 after the restart, after an incident that called for a red flag in heat 2. You can see already some adjustments being made there by the 627. And it looks like some maneuvers that have to be made there for Murat to try and richen up the mixture ever so slightly to give him a little bit of extra squirt as he makes his way to the front end. But completing lap number 1 at the front is Spice. He leads out over Rhys Curzon. Travis Mingay in 3rd. Wadley is 4. 5 is Purin. Murat already up to 6th place and Udendal into 7th. So as they go up onto the top of the hill once again, look at that. It is Praga out front of the Cosmic Chassis. Then CRG. And Tony Kotz coming through there thick and fast, as well as the rest of the pack fly over the top of Pipeline. Fastest man on track at the moment is 2nd place, Rhys Curzon, as he completes the first pass on a 52.2. It's a 52.217, 52.233 out of Riachile, who leads things out, and a 52.568 from Travis Mingay in 3rd place. Top 3 trying to pull away now from Jordan Wadley, who just is a bit of a lone shark in the middle of the 2 packs of carts there. 2nd pack led up by Jordan Wadley, Ride Purin, and Mohammed Murat with Caleb Udendal on his tail. Keegan Beaumont starting to come through for 8th, and then it's Josh Smith and Yuzia Khan. No worries at this stage. Riachile hanging on for now. Arai helmet out front and looking for a chance to stay ahead of the 2nd of those Arais on the head of Rhys Curzon now, who's up to 2nd. Travis Mingay in 3rd. Mingay late on the brakes, trying to close down onto Curzon. Curzon shutting the door. Starting to slow each other ever so slightly. And with that slowing down, it's allowing Travis Mingay to be caught by Jordan Wadley. Wadley's not that far back and a lot closer than what we did on the last pass. 2nd pack there, Murat, Udendal, and Beaumont trying to just get to that 1st pack of carts. Praga out front, Cosmic in 2nd. And nice to see a local man there, Travis Mingay, in 3rd. Problems up the hill there for one of the drivers. Back marker coming into play. Could be Lincoln Randall or Carl Spies. Not quite sure which one it is, but there's a back marker. Another back marker involved in an incident top of the hill. That was 67. That was Lincoln Randall. So I would probably say Carl Spies is going to be the back marker. There you go. So 637, Lincoln Randall with some problems in his CRG. Gets back and going again and back on track, but a long way down now. And a bit of work to do for the youngster. So Riachile Mailula is the man to beat at this point. And in fact, as I say that, there's a possibility that there might be a change up at the front. There is indeed. No, coming up on a back marker. Back marker now coming into play there for Riachile. Doesn't be an issue for him, neither for Rhys Curzon, but looks like a couple of guys having to take evasive action over Pipeline and find a way through on the slower cart down into final corner. Murat closes in. Murat now definitely on a charge and looking to get up to the top 5. He's right behind Keegan Beaumont and Udendal as they head to that top 5 battle. He's hoping that that back marker might come into play. It has helped him out 1 position. He dives through and gets up ahead. And it's on Caleb Udendal by the looks of things. Or Keegan Beaumont. No, it's on Keegan Beaumont he's got through there. So he's got through on Keegan Beaumont. Curzon now applying the pressure onto Riachile. Riachile Maimula is hanging on for the lead by a tender margin. There's not a lot in it. And Riachile could be in a bit of trouble here. There's a move. Diving through on the inside. Has Riachile been demoted down? Yes, he has. Change up for the lead. Reese Curzon is through. Curzon has found a way past, and Riachile demoted to second. Here comes a charge from Travis Minge. Minge once passed as well. Travis Minge is so close. And then the second pack starting to close down, as I said, onto the back end of Purin, and Caleb Undal's actually got ahead there of Ride Purin. So it's now Mohammed Murat who's all over Ride Purin looking for a way through. They come down into Corkscrew and about to head into Thunderdome again. Let's see what the gap is like there. It was only 0.2 of a second. It's hardly anything. It's about half a second between the first 4 carts. So 6.55. Curzon. Riachile Maura. Oh, what a move there. Great move there from Maula. Diving through and up into the lead again. And showing Curzon the way into pipeline. Can he go defensive enough? Oh no, Curzon comes back at him. Down into the bottom. Oh, a little touch between 3rd and 4. Minge and Wadley coming together. That might just give Caleb Undal a sniff. Undal not too far off, and in fact, Undal is through. Undal has found a way past, so that is great bit of driving and capitalizing on a mistake there. Jordan Wadley, I think, has lost out, and Caleb Undal might have got through to 4th. We'll get confirmation as they cross the line. No, he's just inside. He's up into 3rd place, in fact. So Undal diving through the 3rd place. Minge follows him for 4th. Behind that, it's Wadley and Mohammed Murat. Up to the top of the hill they go again. Riachile in 2nd place, but there's massive pressure coming from behind now. There's 6 carts behind him. Undal, Minge, Wadley, Murat, Purin, and Beaumont. There's a late dive there and nearly up the inside of 2 carts, but loses the drive up the hill, unfortunately, there. Looks like Ride Purin just trying something defensive. Didn't quite work out. Oh, tire smoke out of the Mojo tires. Side by side, and usually when you get together it can end up in tears, but very fortunate to survive that one. So 2, 3, and 4 starting to heat up. 3rd place at this stage, it is Riachile, but Travis Minge and Wadley very tight and up close and personal, and then just behind that it's Murat coming through on Purin. Beaumont hasn't quite got there just yet. Maula having a super run here. He's had a great weekend so far. I remember finishing up in the top 3 for qualifying. He unfortunately finished in 10th in the first one after a crash, and he finished in 5th in the second one. First place has changed up as well. Caleb Undal hitting the front. Undal hits the front now and leads things out with 3.5 to go. Undal now up ahead of Reese Curzon. No, it is Reese Curzon who still leads out, so director got that one wrong in my ear, but it's okay. We'll give him fair due. Down onto the breaking point once again. Reese Curzon, new 3rd place. 3rd place at this stage. Riachile hanging on ahead of Travis Minge and Wadley. Good change up there as well. 6.48 diving through there. Jordan Wadley moves up to 4th place ahead of Travis Minge. Minge down into 5th and then comes back to 4th by the time they got. Across the line with 3 to go. 3 laps to go for these guys, and nothing in it between the 3, 4, and 5 battle. 1 and 2 now starting very close. Leader heading up to the top of the hill now. Undal has caught onto the back end of Reese Curzon, and Curzon, as I said, is in trouble. We saw about half a second quicker pace coming out of Caleb Undal. Undal has come from a long way back in this one and has done a great job to close in on the leader now and possibly for the win. So it's Curzon, Undal, Maula, Minge, Wadley, and Murat. Curzon, head down, concentrating to get those breaking points right. Double left into the right flick and up towards turn 1. 2 to go. 2 laps to go. Caleb Undal and Reese Curzon going at it for the win. 3rd place, all on his own. Looks like Riachile might have pulled a little margin. It's not a huge one. No, it's not. It was a little bit bigger, but it's been closed down almost instantaneously by Travis Minge. Murat now up into 5th. Mohammed Murat just hanging on for a chance now of a top 5. That's exactly where he'd like to be. I don't think he's going to get any higher than that. Top 2 late on the brakes into funnel corner. And head up towards the reverse pipeline. New leader diving through. Caleb Undal timing it. Is this enough though? There's still a lap to go. Are we going to see a return of the favor there from Rhys Curzon? Odendaal has been about half a second quicker on the last couple of passes. 51.4 on the last one as they cross the line. This time he's done a 51.7, 51.9. And here we go again. Oh! Curzon returns the favor and dives through down into the corkscrew. So it's Curzon going at it and returns a phenomenal bit of driving there and gets through into the lead. Leads out over Caleb Odendaal. Odendaal into second place now as they come up over the top of pipeline. Is that Mohamed Murat moving up into fourth place? Well, looks at things, I think he's got ahead of Travis Mingay. Yes, he has. So Mingay down into fourth place. Murat possibly into third. And 1 and 2 now. Defensive driving out of Rhys Curzon. He's going to try and keep Caleb Odendaal at bay. Looks over his shoulder. He's put Caleb Odendaal in the right place. Oendaal's not going to find a way through. He hangs on to the inside line. Watch for the cutback from Odendaal. Is there enough time? No, there's not. It's going to be Rhys Curzon who takes the win. Curzon taking the win there. Great bit of driving from him. He will finish up at the top end of the field ahead of Caleb Odendaal. Caleb comes through there for a second place. Behind that, it is Riachile who hangs on. And Riachile doing a super job up into third place ahead of Travis Mingay. And then in fifth place, Keegan Beaumont. Murat eventually finished up in sixth place. So a little bit of work to do for him in the fourth and final heat of the day if he wants to try and go for a good overall by the end of the day's racing. As they go into the tram lines, the start of the final heat. Beaumont leads out, Caleb Odendaal being forced wide by Murat as they go through there, and spinning out is the 6.71. And that's definitely not what Keegan Beaumont wanted at the start. That is for sure. But as they come through Thunderdome and up towards the top, you can see Murat into second place, tucked in behind Keegan Beaumont, heading up towards the top. And then behind that, it is the man who would be king here today, Caleb Odendaal, looking for a chance. 6.55 further back there. Watch out for Rhys Curzon. He's only in about sixth or seventh place. He's really looking for opportunities as he moves up into fifth place there with an overtaking maneuver on two carts, both on Rede as well and as on Jordan Wadley. And it looks like he's made his move up slightly quicker than what he expected. So over into the first lap being completed. 15 laps. This is a 12 lapper, sorry, not a 15 lapper. So 11 to go. And Caleb Odendaal up into second place now and forces Murat to come back at him. Curzon up into 5. It's Riachile Spice Maula who's up into 4th. And he's all over the back there of Murat. Curzon in 5th, Wadley, Purin, Khan and Smith. And then Ntiyiso Mabunda in 10th place. A little bit of a gap opening up there from Keegan Beaumont's point of view. Flying that Burrell flag high, looking for an opportunity for another victory for the Burrell team. They'll be happy with that if he can get it there in the fourth and final heat. Beaumont has already taken a 3rd place today, a 2nd place today, and then a 5th place. So consistently in the top 5, but not quite high enough to take the overall, I don't think. Coming through the double right-hander at turn 1 and then into the corkscrew. They come through Thunderdome. Rhys Curzon pushing it to the limit, that's for sure. Look at how these guys are pushing up the hill now. Curzon on a charge, trying to just bridge that gap to the first group. Behind them, they're lining up. Rede Purin, Uzia Khan, Joshua Smith, and Ntiyiso Mabunda. Over the top of the reverse pipeline. First 4 going up over the top of reverse pipeline. Here's a move on the inside. Odendaal on Beaumont, squeezes him out and gets through. And here comes along for the ride. Oh, watch out. Riachile Maula having a look as well. Spicy's looking like he wants a bit of the action at the front end. Caleb Odendaal looks straight across into the visor of Keegan Beaumont. A little bit of eyes on the prize there from the two of them. See what's going to happen here as they get up the hill. Look at this, absolutely amazing. A steam train heading to the top. It's Parolin ahead of Burrell, Praga, Tony Cart, and Curzon as he comes over the top there. Curzon, I think, in the Cosmic. Now hard on the brakes. He has a change up for the lead. Oh, what a move. forcing the lead driver onto the grass and onto the dirty stuff. It's Riachile who's at the front. Spice is going through there. Murat right on his tail. And a big loss there for Keegan Beaumont by the looks of things. So some chopping and changing continuing all the way through here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 carts fighting for the lead here. That's how tight it's got. They are not giving up here because it's the last race. They're putting on the best race of the day here on the final heat of Micromax. Second biggest at this point in time of the fields that we're racing at. Reese Cousin trying to work hard. He's now moved up into, I think, 5th place on track. So he's made up one position after losing out in the fracas that happened on that last lap and down the hill. But Cousin will be looking for an overall victory. Remember, he's taken 2 victories today. He's also finished up, of course, in 11th place in one heat. So a 3rd race victory should secure him the overall. And there he goes, looking for chances though. And Odendaal looks back at Murat. Murat looks at him as well and says, what's going on here? We've got big action expected at the front end. Spice leads out for Praga. Murat looks over his shoulder. 655 Cousin speaking to Odendaal saying, listen, let's work together here. Let's not fight until we get to the front. Then we can start having a fight. But we've got to work together to close that gap down and get to the front end. We're seeing Mayaula and Murat get away. Looks like Caleb's decided to do that and work with him. And now onto the 627 of Murat. Oh, Odendaal had a big look in the pipeline. Late braking coming out of 5 and 6 as well as they close that gap down. And it's Purin, Khan and Beaumont closing that gap. So we now go to 8 places fighting for first. Caleb Odendaal runs wide. Cousin up, he moves up into 4th. Nice run here from Reese Cousin as well, moving through the field up into 2nd place. Where is Riachile? Riachile's dropped out of it properly there. Mistake there from Riachile. And he's dropped into the clutches there of 671, Keegan Beaumont. Remember, this is the man who represented South Africa in this category last year. So Reese Cousin knowing what to do to get to the front end of the battle, particularly when it gets as heated as this, and defending champion in this class as well. So looking for a chance for to get up and be the lead man today. He's going for the lead. Has he got through? Yes, he has. Cousin hits the front. Murat into 2nd place now. And in 3rd place, Caleb Odendaal looking for a chance to come through and spoil the day there for Murat as well. And he goes, oh, the big tag. He slams into him and, whoa, sideways action from the 671 as well. Caleb Odendaal coming together there with Murat and sending him sideways. Unbelievable. Some big action as they go through there. Over the top of the hill and back down into hockey stick for the penultimate time. They come out of that SMD-sponsored corner and across the line to start the final lap. Cousin's done it all right. Stayed out of trouble. Kept his rivals behind him and opened up a controllable margin now for the last lap. Caleb Oendaal's done the same thing. Looks like there's a bit of a gap that's opened up now between Maula and Purin. So Travis Minge. Oh, I don't know. Purin hasn't quite left the back end of Riachile just yet. Still in with a chance as they come over the top of pipeline for the final time. Ride Purin has to go onto the inside, but there was defensive driving coming out. And oh, hello. Riachile now closing on the back end of Caleb. Caleb Oendaal could be in trouble here too. Cousin with 3 victories on the day is definitely going to be the man to lead this championship going into Swartkops. And 2nd place is Caleb Oendaal. 3rd place, a great drive coming out of Riachile.
Tell me about your day. How did it go?
It went good. I won first heat. First heat, kind of good. Diced a little bit. Tried my best, and like I said, I did look back, but not that much. So 2nd heat, last lap, last corner. 3rd place, I tried to overtake Beaumont and Murat. I tried. And then I tried on going into hockey stick. I tried to overtake both of them, but then I just didn't make it. I hit one of them. And then I just spun around.
And when the last two heats, talk to me about 3 and 4.
Last two heats, very good. Third heats, kind of good. Little gap. And the first race,
But
massive gap.
Woodendal and those guys gave you a good run for your money, but didn't make it easy any day.
Yeah, Urandal, he catched up very quick. That Paralyn's very quick. So next time, SWAT Corps, I'll try my best and win it.
I think in the first and second heat I did the best. Well, I did. When I qualified fourth and dropped a little bit back on the first heat, I think I did well to recover, and on the second heat, I think I did well to race. I think I could have got the win in the second heat, but that final corner was a little bit of a mess. Yeah.
And then in heat 3 and 4, what happened there?
Heat 3, I started 6th, so I didn't get the best of start either. And yeah, I just tried to drive my way back. So I drove into 4th, which was pretty good on my,
And then in the last race?
The last race, it was going good for the first few laps. Then made a mistake in final, and that got bad up here. So got overtaken by Odendal, and then it just went backwards from there. Then up here, Murat spun, and that just made things worse.
But overall in the weekend, are you now looking forward to the next round, now that you've eventually had a good weekend?
Yeah, I think everyone in Micromax had a bad heat, which was good for me. But for my third Micromax race, I'm pretty chuffed.